Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Marie J. James Hines, 81 of Cullman, services will be at 1 p.m. tomorrow at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Ben White and Larry Duke officiating. Burial in Good Hope Cemetery. Moss Service is directing. Ms. Hines passed away yesterday. Visitation will be 5:30 to 9 p.m. tonight at the funeral home. Funeral services for Horace Wynn Ward, 89 of Fairview, are incomplete and will be announced at a later time by Holly Pond Funeral Home. Mr. Ward passed away yesterday at his residence. Funeral services for Kenneth Allen Young, age 59 of Hartselle, will be at 11 a.m. tomorrow at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Roger Pierce officiating. Interment in the Alabama National Cemetery. Visitation will be 6 to 8 p.m. tonight at the funeral home. Cullman Heritage is directing. Mr. Young passed away on Monday. Francis Latham, 87 of the Welcome Community in Baileyton, passed away on Monday. Visitation will be 6 to 9 p.m. tonight at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home. Ms. Latham will lie in state from 1 to 2 p.m. tomorrow at Welcome Baptist Church in Baileyton. Funeral services at 2 p.m. Burial will be in the church cemetery. Jerry Lake and Terry Blankenship will officiate. And those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Welcome to Today on 2, brought to you by Premier Bank, and we want to welcome Mr. Taylor Martin to the show.
Hello.
He is going to be sitting in occasionally for Dennis, and we have actually had Taylor as a guest before.
Yes,
because
you have.
You have been in several productions at Wallace and out in Decatur. And
several.
Yeah, so you're a student at Wallace, right?
I am. I'm a theater student there, and trying to just get everything done, basically, is what
you know,
I can say.
I have watched you on stage, and you are a very animated person. Whatever you do, that you have facial expressions, you have body expression that is just a little bit beyond the norm of everybody else on the stage. I can pinpoint Taylor.
It's good on stage until, you start doing that while you're pouring your cereal in the morning, brushing your hair and your...
Yeah. Are these things that you're trying out because you want to go into
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to pursue that for the rest of my life, hopefully, until I'm in a walker, a wheelchair, probably even still then.
Well, see, you could come to Westminster and perform at Westminster.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah. Even in your little walker,
Perfect.
we would love it.
Already got a gig lined up. Already got a gig. There we go.
See, for the future, so
Bam.
we're looking ahead.
Done.
Well, Taylor, I know you've been working behind the scenes here at kind of getting behind the scenes kind of stuff, but now it's always nice to get in front of the camera.
It is.
And get a little bit of that stuff as well. So we're going to pretend that you're Dennis today, and I guess you're going to introduce us into the weather, right?
Let's go ahead and do the weather.
And of course, it is brought to you by Premier Bank.
And Mitch Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Today's weather almanac, the average high is 92 degrees, and the record high was at 105 in 2007. The average low is 66 degrees, and the record low was 53 in 1983. Today's sunset will be at 7:35, and tomorrow's sunrise will be 8 minutes past 6. And the radar for today looks pretty clear in our neck of the woods, but little rain all across, pretty even up there in the Midwest. And right here in Alabama, not a stitch anywhere.
Yeah, don't say that. Yesterday it rained like in the middle of when I was out doing things. Yeah.
And today it's going to be mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of rain and a high around 88 degrees. Tonight, partly cloudy with a 20% chance of rain, low around 69. And pretty much for the rest of the week, it's going to be up in the higher 80s, maybe even touching 90s, maybe if it gets any more humid, which it will.
But it looks like a sunny weekend for a change.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of weird, yeah.
I know. I wouldn't count on it, though.
I know. It's going to change. It's Alabama.
Definitely. And we have a Facebook friend. Can we do that, or is that kind of out of order? Did I do that out of order? Okay. Let's do the Sweet Tater Festival first. Let's do that. Okay, they're in their new location right there at Smith Lake Park, and that's where they're going to be this year, and it is the 17th annual. They have room for arts and craft vendors, so go ahead and give them a call or go ahead and online at sweettaterfestival.com. But it'll be a great weekend, Labor Day weekend, the 1st and the 2nd on Sunday, open from 1 to 4, and on Monday, 8 until 3. And, of course, they have been featuring a Sweet Tater every year. Do we have the cartoon character ready? Is that available? Can we
2011 today.
Okay.
Yes.
And
now he's outside on the beach. Took a break from working, I guess.
Yeah.
He's had a hoe and a tractor and a pickup truck. And he's just tired.
Yeah, well, it's Labor Day. He's not supposed to labor on Labor Day. And actually, for the first time, he's doing it. He's enjoying Labor Day. And
taking time for himself.
Yes, and we want everybody to do the same thing. Take some time yourself, go out to the Sweet Tater Festival, and enjoy. And then, of course, we do have, hopefully, a Facebook friend, and that's Brandon Snyder. And Brandon likes guitars and sports. So very good. We're very fortunate to have him as our friend, and he will win that big barbecued sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue. Just needs to come by here, pick up his certificate, and then he can go out to the Berlin area and pick up the sandwich. And that's a good thing, right?
Very good thing.
Yeah.
They are enormous sandwiches.
Oh, good.
They're huge. Huge.
Okay.
Enough for
one person.
Maybe two.
Maybe two. Okay. And I think it's a great day for you to be on for the first time because our guest is Miss Deb Laslie from Deb's Bookstore. Actually, maybe it wasn't a good day because you probably won't get a word in edgewise. Between Deb and myself, you probably won't get to say too much.
I'm good with that.
But you could just sit back and enjoy.
I'm okay with that.
All righty. And then, of course, George is here with the usual, so we'll be back in just a few minutes.
At Premier Bank, we're a bit old-fashioned. We actually answer the telephone when you call. However, old-fashioned doesn't mean we aren't up to date. With the latest technology, Premier Bank meets the various needs of our customers. Mobile smartphone banking, internet banking, ATMs, convenient offices. At Premier Bank, we have the right products right now with good old-fashioned customer service. At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep.
As the new school year begins, motorists are reminded school buses are on the roads. Be careful when approaching hills where visibility is limited. Observe speed limits and be prepared to stop. Let's keep students safe this school year.
Be a big disgrace for the guy must run to pass me up and skip on to his horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep.
Time for news and comment on this Wednesday morning. You know, I tell you, if you travel Highway 157 very much coming into town or going out for that matter, heads up because there's going to be bottleneck traffic for a while between Highway 31, now I'm talking about Highway 157 where it intersects with Highway 31 all the way down the hill and up to Catoma Mart, I guess is where it is. They're resurfacing Highway 157, so there's one lane traffic. And if you can avoid going that way, maybe in the mornings and afternoons, you'll probably be better served to find another route. Learned that this morning. I didn't see it, a news release from the state, because that's a state highway. And they're doing it, so I guess that's good. Yesterday, apparently, Representative Ed Henry was in town talking with Cullman Chief of Police Tim Culpepper in a meeting at the Chamber of Commerce regarding this right to carry law, and there's a difference in opinion as to whether it's a good law or a bad law, or it's kind of loose or whatever. We know that thing's going to have to be ironed out some way, somehow, probably next session, whenever they go back into session. In Alabama, there have been 23 tornadoes this year that touched down, according to the National Weather Service. In 2012, there were 55 that touched down, and then in the year before that were 145. They say there's a downward trend. Well, when it's so cool, maybe there's that part of it. I don't know, but we certainly don't want any more. We don't want to break any records, but apparently this is on pace. This year is on pace for the fewest tornadoes on record since counts began in the 50s. And maybe we'll just continue to enjoy that situation. I don't know, it's a sort of a mixed blessing, is it not? You know, all this rain. I know one thing, it takes a while to get the lawn mowed. If you go out there when it's wet, you wind up with the blades, you know, and wads of grass everywhere. And that's usually what happens when I try it. Former Mayor Larry Langford, all the news media now is beginning to focus on the last picture they had of him. And what was that? He was wearing a $7,000 Rolex watch. And they say that's just so typical of a politician that goes in not necessarily rich, but they buy one of these watches that advertises the fact they're for sale. You know, and they give examples of Representative Jesse Jackson Jr. from Illinois, and they use a Republican Governor Bob McDonnell as another example. I don't think that makes much sense to do something like that. $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 watch, you know. Again, that's the wrong message to send, especially this day and time. Alabama defensive back Geno Smith, we talked about him last week, arrested for a DUI charge. Well, he's been suspended from the first game, according to the news this morning. He will not be in the Virginia Tech game coming up, the first game that Alabama has. He'll be back on track after that. Dick Saban says, I think this is something everyone should learn from, and we hear that so often, don't we, when it comes to a young athlete that's out there and does something stupid like that. Maybe you get this feeling of invincibility, I don't know, when it comes to being an up-and-coming star, especially on the football field. Well, the man that owns Amazon, and if you do any shopping online, you have a good chance of having bought something from Amazon. Jeff Bezos is trying to figure out now, of course, how to run a newspaper. He bought a big newspaper back a month or so ago. But now he's finding that brick-and-mortar stores are underselling him. Yeah, brick-and-mortar stores. How about Bed Bath & Beyond? They're selling stuff for less than what you can buy it on Amazon. Now, you may not know much about Amazon, but that's hard to find. That's hard to believe. Except for Deb's Bookstore, that's right. In a small town, you have to tailor everything you say. And you don't drink Coke either, do you, Deb? Also, you know, you would never know it. I'd never heard of this before. But it's happening in Lawrence County. To be specific, the Joe Wheeler Dam boat ramp. That's in Elgin, Alabama, in Lawrence County. People are going out fishing. They're coming back to buzzards literally roosting on their cars and trucks, pulling out all the rubber seals around their windshield, eating their, chewing into their windshield wipers, taking the rubber off. And wildlife folks say, well, there's nothing unusual about that. They've done that all along, but not in such mass, you know. What's next? I don't know. Stay tuned, more today on 2 after this.
In the nation, our agents are always there, helping make sure that when your life changes, your nationwide insurance coverage changes too. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation where protection is personal.
Nationwide is on your side.
Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep.
As the new school year begins, motorists are reminded school buses are on the roads. Be careful when approaching hills where visibility is limited. Observe speed limits and be prepared to stop. Let's keep students safe this school year.
A big disgrace, for the guy must run and pass me up and skip on to his horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep.
And of course, now it's time for our Know Your Merchant ads. We're going to try to give away a few prizes, and let's look at those prizes. We do have the family barbecue package, a pound of meat, 2 16-ounce sides, 4 buns and sauce from Mad Dog, Mike's Famous Barbecue, and the day pass to Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center. So let's just take a look at those ads right now. And we're going to start with Auto Tech Repair and Service. They have the TechNet Professional Auto Service. Electronic diagnostic is performed. Major engine repairs can be done. Located right there in the Vinemont area. That's Auto Tech.
Mullins Body Shop. You've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and towing. You can count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at Mullins Body Shop.
And Brown & Company Beverages has a beer cave. They have barware and specialty items, large variety of domestics and imports. They also have some gifts there. Specialty wine and beer store, Brown & Company, located on Highway 157 Northwest.
And Deb's Bookstore, your hometown bookstore. Used books are half price every day, and new books are 20% off every day at 207 3rd Street, Southwest Cullman, Alabama.
And the Grand Point Pharmacy, and we visited yesterday with Miss Angie Veal, who is the pharmacist and owner there, and she has that Remedy Skin Repair Cream, and she has the 2-0 Goat's Cream.
Fitness opportunities available at the Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center. A 6-lane competition pool, full fitness center complete with weights, cardio, and professional training. Indoor rubberized walking track at the Cullman Wellness and Aquatic Center.
Baldwin Counseling Center, if you're having problems and you need to talk to somebody, Dr. Howard Rogers is the man to see. Give him a call at 256-737-3087 so he can set up an appointment for you today. Alrighty, our phone number is 256-734-7399, and we do have a question for today. And the question is, we have an advertiser that's been on for a while, but we've just recently noted the fact that they are a Winner's Choice Award, and they are thankful for that. So what is the name of the business that is a Winner's Choice Award that is featured in our Know Your Merchant ads? And while you're thinking about that, we're going to take a little look at Money Matters by Premier Bank.
How to build your credit. Just come into one of our offices and fill out a credit application, and one of our loan officers will discuss your borrowing options. But the most important thing is to make your payments on time to avoid late fees, additional interest, and damage to your credit, which will all affect your ability to borrow money in the future.
And I do believe we have a caller on line one.
I think so.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Good morning, caller. Hello. Let's see. Line one. Hello.
Hi.
And to whom am I speaking?
Shirley.
Okay, Shirley, do you know the answer for us today?
Is it Mullins Body Shop?
You're close, but not the
Very
right
close.
answer. Yeah.
Okay.
Think about it and call us back. I think we have somebody on line two. Go ahead.
Hello, caller.
Hello. Maybe they hung up.
Oh, maybe they did.
Okay. Sorry.
Oh.
I think, okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of them then. Cotton State Barns of Cullman. You can buy or rent to own. They have carports and play sets, utility trailers, storage buildings. No credit check. You're approved. Just go in there and say you want to buy something at Cotton State Barns.
Busy Bee Cafe, home of the original breaded burger. Go check out their dinner hours Friday to Saturday, 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. Live music and a great location there at Busy Bee Cafe.
And there's Mad Dog, Mike's Famous Barbecue, and of course he is located right there in the Berlin Quick Stop on 278 and County Road 747. Sandwich plates, ribs, salads, and much, much more available every day.
Earl's Body Shop, voted best towing service. David, Diane, and the employees thank you for this honor. Large and small towing available. Local long distance, Highway 31, North Cullman. It's Earl's Body Shop.
And parents and teachers don't have to drive miles and miles. It's all right here in Cullman at the Teacher Supply. They have classroom materials, decorations, teachers' resources, educational supplies, and over 25,000 items.
The Triple Berry Brownie Blizzard is the blizzard of the month there at Dairy Queen. Strawberry, raspberry, blackberry puree, and chewy brownie pieces in Choco Chunks. And also the $5 lunch there at Dairy Queen is a great deal. Go get one.
Be fit, and you can do this now in the new location right there next to Renard's Gallery and Gifts. You could change your life and your body. There is a personal trainer that's included in this no contract deal for $50 a month.
And diabetic shoes are now available at Borden Family Pharmacy. They're the finest quality diabetic footwear, period. Dr. Comfort at Borden Family Pharmacy.
And Mr. Hicks Menswear is the Reader's Choice Award winner for men's clothing. It's now offering suits made to your measurements, businessmen's regular sizes, big and tall sizes, and of course they're located right there at 217 Compass Way.
At Tires for Less, it's more than just tires. There's oil changes, minor engine repair, shocks, brakes. Go see Greg and the guys there at Tires for Less on 2nd Avenue, just past I-157.
All right, and let's see, what are we going to do now? Birthdays. Let's take a look at the birthdays. Boy, I drew a blank. I think you did too. Like, I don't know what we're going to do. Okay, let's see. We have quite a few to announce too. Tina Humphrey has a birthday. Deanna Little, Shelba Burgess, April Lee Brown, Savannah King, Wendy Thompson, and Danny Monk are all going to have birthdays. Their names are going to be put into the drawing on Friday, where they have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen. And we will be back just in a few minutes to visit with Miss Deb Laslie.
At Premier Bank, we are very proud of the long-lasting relationships we have with our customers. We'll go almost anywhere to meet your banking needs.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
Meet the KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop. It might just change the way you cook. Induction technology heats the pan and not the cooking surface to offer you a new level of precision, speed, and energy efficiency. 9 settings give you different levels of heat to achieve precise temperatures and amazing responsiveness. Water boils in just seconds, making this the fastest to boil induction cooktop available. The KitchenAid 36-inch induction cooktop.
Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep.
It's back to school time, and remember, a child's safety is crucial. Parents, teach students to stand at least 10 feet from the road if they're waiting on the bus. Find out school procedures and rules. Make sure backpacks or school bags are acceptable. Let's make this a memorable back-to-school year.
This safety message brought to you by O.F. Richter & Sons and Night Free Insurance.
And we're back with the last portion of the show to visit with Miss Deb Laslie, who is the owner of Deb's Bookstore.
That's right.
The bookstore in town.
Have you ever been in my bookstore before?
Several times. Many times.
Have you ever been in my bookstore before?
I have been there so much. I cannot believe you don't even recognize me.
Can you believe he lies like that?
On the air.
On television. Oh my God. Look at his face is turning red, as it should.
Oh my
You know
goodness.
what? And he's not the only one. I have people that come in the store every day that say, "How long have you been here?"
Just 100 years.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. We've been there 9 years now. Can you believe it? 9 years.
And you really are in a good location.
What a great location.
Right there on 278.
Right there, 278 and 31, right there.
Yeah,
Right there. So, you know, I don't want to say you can't miss me, but come on in. I got a big sign that I paid a lot of money for, and a big awning, and I got a thing that lights up, and the thing says open, open, open. So come in. We have books there. We have lots of books. We have coming up on 90,000 books.
Wow. Yeah.
So yeah, and I know this because I had to count them. I have a nice big store. It takes 45 minutes to vacuum.
Okay. Yeah.
And you have to move the cord 4 times.
Okay.
Go around all those shelves is a pain. You know how it's more than just your dining room table. You know, you got to move the cord 18 times.
Right.
Oh, it's great. We have lots and lots of books. We've been there 9 years. We have used books. The majority of our books are half price. Some are less.
Okay.
We have a few new books because
So
we carry
actually,
the bestsellers.
talking about Amazon.com, you actually do
Who?
beat. Yeah, you do beat their prices. Yeah. And
Can you say free shipping?
Yeah. And well, they do that too, so don't say that.
Yeah, well, you got to buy $25 though.
Okay.
So free shipping at, and I sell books at $5 for $1. You can't beat that on Amazon, can you? Come on in, you know.
That's right.
We're all about the shopping local thing. You know, think how much gas you'll save. You can park like at the parking deck and walk back and forth, and you can go to Bob's and get coffee, and go down to Moe's and get a burger, and go to Busy Bee and get some breakfast, and then you can get a donut at Duchess, and then come down to me and get the bookstore. Woohoo!
And go home and veg out.
That's right. You can go shopping at Better Than Before. Everything you need is like right here.
It really is.
So who needs cars? We'll just go back to horses and buggies.
Well, we're pretty soon not going to be able to afford the gas, so we will be
true.
going back to that.
That's true.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to hire people to scoop up the poop.
Oh, goodness, we've got this whole new scenario.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
Let's talk about books.
Okay. Speaking of books, I have a lot of Amish stuff. Speaking of horses.
Do you have anything about the Amish Mafia?
The Amish Mafia.
Yeah, it's on TV. I've seen
the Amish Mafia.
That's on TV.
What do they do?
They have a mafia. Yeah, that's
what do they do to you?
That's a mafia. I've never seen a program.
They take away your cell phone.
I like that. I'm all about that.
Your TV.
I like that. I like that.
They leave you out to dry.
And they have like wheel ruts in your yard.
That's what they do. Don't mess with us. They got horse hooves everywhere.
Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of the Amish Mafia then, which I'd never heard of it, which is kind of fun to think about.
It's on TV.
I'm waiting for the book.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure there will be one.
I put it down.
Oh, I'm so proud
Beverly
of you.
Lewis has her new book out, The Secret Keeper. This is book 3.
Don't touch, don't touch.
Well, I can't see it.
Well, I'm sorry. The Secret Keeper, Beverly. If you look in there, Beverly Lewis, there it is.
Anyway, this is her new book in the Heritage of Lancaster County series, so y'all need to come in and get that if you don't already have it. I had a young boy in the store the other day, and he was with his grandma, and he says, "You always get Amish books. That's all you ever get." And she says, "Well, I like Amish books." She says, "You like the Amish until the power goes out."
I think we all like that.
I love that. I love working in my store. We have lots and lots of different stuff. We have Amish books. We have Glenn Beck's Agenda 21 is now in paperback. Okay. If you haven't read Agenda 21 and you like current events and looking into the future a little bit, yowzers, this is a goodie.
I was going to say, is that going to scare the bejesus out of you?
It does. It's wonderful. I enjoyed it so very much. The only thing I didn't like about this book, and I will be honest with you, is that it needs another book.
Okay.
It's like it got you to that point, and I was like, oh, this is going to be great, and I'm running out of paper. How are they going to finish this? So I'm sure there's going to be another book.
Probably so, but that's in the future, I would think.
Yeah.
So he's trying to predict the future.
Yeah, well,
there's
not much prediction here. It's like spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it.
Okay,
so after you've read Glenn Beck, you might have trouble sleeping.
Okay.
So there's a new book out for children called Sleep Like a Tiger. This is a lovely book. I enjoyed it so much. It talks about a little child who's having the ritual thing about going to sleep. Well, how does this animal sleep, and how does that animal sleep? And so that's what it's about. It's just glorious. The illustrations are stunning. I'm sure this is on the list for the Caldecott, the Best Illustrated Book Award, but it's just glorious. I love this type of kind of fanciful, dreamy art, and it's just lovely. If you want a great gift for yourself. And then school is back, and so it's time for Llama Llama books. We always have a Llama Llama book this time of year, and this is Llama Llama and the Bully Goat. There's a lot of talk about bullying and things like that. When we had bullies in my school, we just beat them up, but you're not allowed to do that anymore. So you have to deal with it properly, and Llama Llama will teach you how to do that.
Okay. We're probably almost out of time, so pick out one of the favorites out of that many favorites.
I like this one. This is a fantasy book. This is what they call this space opera.
Space opera.
Well, when you get a fantasy book with a whole new world and this sweeping story and lots of characters, takes place over a lot of years, and it's kind of like an opera.
Okay.
So they call this is the new book by Michael J. Sullivan. It's the first in a new series. If you're a fantasy fan of George R.R. Martin or Robert Jordan or David Eddings or anyone like that, I think you're really going to like this book. I'm very anxious to read this. I've read some other books by Michael Sullivan, and I not necessarily a fantasy fan, but I love his writing.
Okay.
It's very, very good and not tedious. He has great characters and great characterizations. You feel like you're there.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's doing
all
this
out
thing.
of time.
Yeah.
Well,
I always run
thanks.
out of time.
I know, but that's good. I'd rather you have too much.
Come on down
talk
to
about.
the bookstore and see us where, you know, I'll go on Amazon and match your price for you.
Yeah.
Well, I won't match your price. I'll probably beat it.
Yeah.
Very Come on down.
All right, don't go away. We'll be right back.
There's stuff around your house, but we don't make stuff. We make ovens. Dual fuel, double ovens. And they bake so evenly that now delicious is something you can depend on. We only make things for one room. The best room. Your kitchen. We're devoted to it. And you can feel it in everything we make. Nobody knows the kitchen like KitchenAid.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Cullman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
At Premier Bank, we take pride in serving our community. We respect our customers, and we've won awards for our ethical conduct. We're motivated to do all we can for you, and we're interested in your banking needs. We're efficient, safe, and sound, and our relationships with our customers are second to none.
At Premier Bank, we put the customer first.
Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep.
It's back to school time, and remember, a child's safety is crucial. Parents, teach students to stand at least 10 feet from the road if they're waiting on the bus. Find out school procedures and rules. Make sure backpacks or school bags are acceptable. Let's make this a memorable back-to-school year.
This safety message brought to you by Cook's Pest Control and Wells Turner Family Pharmacy.
And now it's time for our community billboards brought to you by Pepsi and Cullman Jefferson Gas. St. Paul's Lutheran School is presenting Dog Days. Indeed needs to go on Saturday. Its registration begins at 9 in the morning in St. Paul's Lutheran School. The funds are going to benefit the school's scholarship fund and the Cullman Animal Shelter. So enter your dog in any category for just $5. Don't forget about Sweet Tater Festival. That's happening at Smith Lake Park this year for the first time on Labor Day weekend. And there still are room for arts and craft vendors. And so if you're interested, give them a call or at least actually go to the website, sweettaterfestival.com. And the American Legion Post 4 is hosting a fundraising dinner on September the 12th at 6 in the evening. It's a $10 donation. It is going to be located at the VFW American Legion building, and if you need to, give them a call at 256-636-1913. And if you have a community billboard, you can share it with us by sending it to email, channel2cullman@gmail.com, phone 256-734-7399, fax 256-734-7680, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Cullman.
And back to the weather, brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet. Make the switch to Mitch. Today it's going to be mostly cloudy with a 40% chance of showers this afternoon, a high around 88. Tonight a low around 69 with a 20% chance of rain. And tomorrow a high near 89 degrees, and about the rest of the way through the week it's going to be a high 89, 90.
Mostly sunny. That's
mostly
good.
Sunny, which is good.
Very good. And tomorrow we are going to visit with Haley Gay, who is from Cold Springs. Is she a
She's
Fair
a Fair
Queen?
Queen girl.
Okay, very good. All righty. Well, we're so glad to have Taylor here with us this week.
you.
And, of course, D-Dog and Miss Deb. Thank you very much. All righty. And we hope you have a great day.